Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 163. My name is Jason Uppelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-RENTAL.com and BuyAndSellDVC.com.
And today is March 20th, 2024, which means your 11th month booking window is February 20th, 2024. And the 7th month window is October 20th, 2024.
February 20th, 2025.
2025. Yeah, 2025. Yeah, sorry. And I'm just curious, does like the over Valentine's, does that get booked on the rental side far in advance, 11 months in advance, or?
Not really.
Not really.
I think guys aren't that great at planning.
Well, plus it's one of those dates that
there's a lot of last minute.
It could be in the middle of the week instead of like on the weekend, instead of like a marathon that might get booked out far.
I'd say the majority of the people who book with us are probably female, and the majority who follow us on social media like 75% female. And I think that the Valentine's bookings are probably guys who are trying to do something fun for Valentine's Day, and we don't think 11 months in advance. So,
gotcha.
But we got a lot of last minute deals. I think guys book like a week or two prior, but typically it's not a huge booking until right beforehand.
And we're going to start on the buy and sell side of things. And really, this is episode 163. I don't think we've discussed this before. I don't know why, but I'm going to discuss the current, again, at the time that this episode airs, it's March 20th, 2024. You may be watching this March 20th, 2034. I don't know. So it's all about the current time. And these are I'm going to share with you the direct prices from Disney and the average resale prices. Now, remember, average resale prices, that's what it is. It's average. If you're not familiar with resale, small point listings like a 25-point deed, that sells for a much higher price per point than the average price. A 500-point deed typically sells for less than the average price, and a property that you're selling that has no points for a couple of years will sell below the average price. So currently, the direct price for Disney for Animal Kingdom is $210. Resale price average is $110. I mean, if I read these off, I don't know if that's going to be too boring, but Alani is $225 direct through Disney, resale $99 a point.
That's the biggest gap, right? The Alani?
I think so.
Yeah, that's...
And then
I don't know why anybody would buy Alani with prices like that. $225, $95?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to stop there and discuss that, yeah, I mean, you're talking about a resort. I mean, if you were to buy points at Alani, number one, and that's the only place you're going. You're not buying annual passes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you can't, that's a resort that you should never buy direct. Especially, I mean, I understand if you're buying an add-on of 25 points, you want the same use year, it's easier. You're just going to add that on through Disney. But if you're buying a 200-point deed, to me, if you know everything in front of you, you would pick the resale route over the direct route on Alani.
Yeah.
And then Bay Lake Tower and Beach Club are both $275 a point. Bay Lake Tower average is $133 a point. Beach Club is $134 a point. Boardwalk, $240 a point, $116 resale. Boulder Ridge, $215, $106 resale. Copper Creek, $250, resale $136. And Copper Creek is getting more traction as an SAP resort. Remember what SAP stands for? Sleep around?
Standard & Poor's?
Sleep around points? Like people are targeting the Copper Creek as sleep around points because, again, you can buy it for, like around $136 a point. It expires 2068. So, and then Grand Californian, $310 a point. Now, this one's pretty close because of the demand and the supply there.
And they're not selling it directly. So.
Right. $310, $254 resale. Grand Floridian, $230, $159 resale. Hilton Head, another resort to me. If you know that resales exist, you would not buy these points direct from Disney. $165 direct, $74 resale. And a lot of people, I mean, we've discussed this before, Hilton Head, if you own there and you go there in the summer, I mean, you're just making the best memories ever. I'm jealous a little bit. I shouldn't be jealous. And you see people all the time. They go to Hilton Head in the summertime. If they don't own there, if they got in, they buy that resale property to own those points. Old Key West 205.98. Old Key West is another. I mean, unfortunately, I guess I use the word unfortunately, but I've encountered sellers recently who bought Old Key West direct from Disney, and we're talking like 2021, 2020, 2019, where they're paying.
Recent.
Yes, paying like these prices of 205 a point, and they have a mortgage. I'm just like, you can't. You're gonna have to pay, and
You're underwater by a lot.
Yeah, and so it's just frustrating because Polynesian 250 direct, 150 resale, Riviera 225, 126, Saratoga 205, 104, and then Vero Beach, another one where you want to buy this resale, 150 direct, 58 resale. I don't, I understand that people don't have, when they're making a purchase, they don't, they haven't watched their videos, they don't have all the information in front of them. But if you have the information, you're not going to buy Vero Beach direct. You're going to buy it. You're going to buy a resale to save the money. Yeah. So, and this is on our webpage. If you go under buyers, and I think the tab says like annual dues, expiration date prices, it has all the prices, the direct price from Disney, the resale price, the annual dues per point for 2023 and 2024, the year the resort expires. You should have that information if you're thinking about purchasing, because it's a very important part of the puzzle, really.
If you're thinking of buying, I would think that would be one of the most important places to go. And again, that's on the Buy and Sell DVC page under the Buyers tab, because again, that lays out everything right in front of you. And I can't tell you how many times in the different groups I see, well, when does this expire? How much are the annual points? And people don't understand. I said, well, just go to this page because literally everything is broken up for you in a chart, so it's easily read. So definitely, probably the most overlooked and most important page on the Buy and Sell DVC site.
Definitely. You should have this. It should be
print out in your room.
Yes. And now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
So, went to one of my favorite thrifty spots at Earl of Sandwich at Disney Springs. My absolute favorite is always the holiday turkey, which they do have year-round. But I saw they have a new limited edition Earl's Pastrami Premium. Okay, it's a limited edition Earl's Pastrami. It's premium pastrami, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Dijonnaise, and 1,000 Island dressing for $8.99, which is same price as all their sandwiches. Really enjoyed this sandwich. It had a ton of taste. I'll give it a 7.8, so I'd recommend it. However, when I was just about done with the sandwich, I took a bite of my wife's holiday turkey, which she never strays off. I sacrificed myself for you guys, and I will never try anything else again at Earl of Sandwich unless it's another new item to sacrifice for you guys, because that holiday turkey just can't be beat. It's absolutely fantastic. And I was enjoying this sandwich, and then my wife was like, here, you want a bite? That holiday turkey just blows everything I've ever tried there away. So I keep trying this other stuff for you, and it's good. But again, that holiday sandwich always pulls me back in every single time. Absolutely fantastic sandwich. But again, this is a 7.8, solid sandwich. It's a new item. Try it before it's gone. But I'd suggest get one of these sandwiches, and also maybe get a holiday turkey that you put off on the side so you don't miss out on that as well.
And now we're on to the DVC-rental side of things.
Before I switch, have you eaten a Earl sandwich?
I have, but it's been
a long time ago.
It's been a while. But when you said pastrami, all I could think about is that Carnegie Deli in New York, but I think it went out of business during the pandemic.
Is it? Because I know there's this Carnegie Deli. Is it Katz Deli? Is another
There's a
big
Katz
one
Deli,
in Manhattan that's got the huge pastrami sandwiches for like $30, but they're 7 inches thick. What about 2J's? I know we're going off here. There's 2J's here in Florida, which I've heard is very, very similar. Like they load it on thick, and it's supposed to be very good. It's a chain 2J's. Okay, so we've gone off on our pastrami tangent. So back to DVC.
It's sad that the pastrami lost to the holiday turkey. That's just
It's not the pastrami's fault. Everything loses to this holiday turkey.
That's amazing, though, that a pastrami would lose to a turkey.
It's a solid sandwich, but the holiday turkey is just so good.
But so if you
We need
get
to get you there.
7.8, what would you give the holiday turkey? It's something in the 8s or all the way to the 9s?
It's got to be 9.5.
Oh my God.
It's fantastic, and
That's just sad for the pastrami.
every time I go there, I try to do something else because again, I want to be able to do it for the show, and every time I'm like, oh, this is a pretty solid sandwich, and then I'm always with my wife, and she's like, hey, you want a bite of this? And I go, oh, my sandwich is not so solid anymore. This turkey's so much better. But yeah, it's wonderful.
And now we're on to the DVC-rental side of things here.
So I know we spoke about it last week, and hopefully people are checking out the deals page and they're signing up for our weekly deals. On the deals page, there's a little link on there where, as of right now, every single Thursday, we send out an email with about 12 to 18 confirmed and new deals that we have. A lot of times if something is discounted, we push that out to everybody. That goes out once a week. We may be expanding that eventually to 2 times a week just because there's been such a demand for it. And the deals have been super, super hot recently. However, what I want to mention to you is you need to follow the business Facebook page. It's under DVC-Rental webpage. And I'll post a link in the description so you guys can easily find it. So again, I've also mentioned this in the past. Several times a day, our team goes in there, and when we have super discounted stuff, they push it and promote it in there, and a lot of times it sells out within 10 minutes, 30 minutes. So the stuff does go really, really quickly. I'll typically get to share like 1 or 2 a day of these deals, and I'll share them in a couple of the groups, and I'll share them on my personal page as well. But the thing is, a lot of these deals, when they're so good, they don't even get a chance to make it to that email list because these things are gone so quickly that they're not on the email list. So the email list is very important. I would say, if you're thinking of coming to Disney, especially if you are a local, you need to be on this email list because, again, there's so many discounted stuff that comes out, like sometimes $10 a point we've seen recently. But you need to be on this list. But the Facebook page is where you'll see the absolute best deals because that's stuff that sometimes sells so quickly it doesn't even get a chance to make it to the weekly deals email. On the Facebook page, once we start sharing these deals, you have like how many likes you have and how many followers you have, and they've always been right by each other because whoever likes it follows us as well. But recently, the amount of followers we've got has got a 7,000 spread on it. Like it's jumped up. We've got like 7,000 new followers in the last 2 months. So it's becoming a lot more popular, and a lot of people are really, really enjoying the deals, and they're sharing them, and then their friends are seeing the deals. So, I mean, if you're looking for last-minute deals, especially extra discounted stuff, extra special places that are going to sell quickly, DVC-Rental webpage on Facebook. And again, I'm going to post a link below. So check it out because that's where you're going to get all like the last-minute super hot deals. And if we sometimes we'll have a mystery deal where we'll just tell you, we have this room, it sleeps 5, it's for these dates, and it's, $125 per night. And then once somebody buys it, then we'll release what the deal is. We've had a lot of those in the past, and people really have enjoyed them. They're a lot of fun. That's all on the business page. So definitely follow our business page so that way you see it when we get new stuff in.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Make sure to get on there. And remember, check out the buy and sell page on the prices. If you thought that you missed, some of the deals back in 2020 when the market started going down, the price of Saratoga and Animal Kingdom have dropped since their peak of 2022 when Disney was buying everything back.
Yeah, there's some absolute great deals out there.
Time to get in. I mean, if you've been waiting to get in, it's time to get in.
I mean, again, we're back to seeing Saratoga under $100 a point sometimes. Animal Kingdom in the low hundreds. I mean, if you're thinking of becoming a DVC
Bay Lake
member,
Tower 133.
Yeah, just amazing deals right now. And again, it comes and goes. We're not saying this is the bottom, but I mean, these prices are so much lower than it was a couple years ago. If you've been debating about becoming a member or adding on, now might be a great time. It's definitely, at this point, a buyer's market.
So we hope you get that information, get started, make some offers, book some reservations, And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Try that pastrami sandwich, but again, get a side of holiday turkey. Have a great day.